for your never failing grace and goodness. And I ask you to bless all these people in abundance. And I ask you to bless the management, especially Dr. Vijay Parvarkar. I lift him up, and I ask your unconditional love for him and health and prosperity. And as he bringing people to you, Lord, give him more wisdom so he can serve you more better as he's been doing for years. I ask your mercy and your blessing for our Congressman Danny Davis, and I ask blessing for everyone who is in here to celebrate this, and I ask blessing for all those people, beautiful people who are here for this beautiful event. Bless them, Lord, and give them your mercy and your grace. Thank you. I ask in you, Jesus, in your name. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, Buchiti. The next item is an invocational dance. I invite Ashanti, Tisha McKinney from YHS Style to perform for us.
Excuse me.
We'll cry on, cry on. It's like the time flies anytime that you're with me. We'll fly on, let it ride on along. It's like something comes up anytime that you want me. Hold on, let them hold a while. It's like the world flies anytime I get free. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby. Burn, baby. It's like the world flies anytime you get free. Let it burn, baby, yeah. Let it burn, yeah. Let it burn, baby. It's that time, baby. You heard it. Let it burn, yeah. Let it burn, baby, yeah. This is throwing down in a world that's embodied. Yeah, let it burn. Let it burn, baby. It's like the world cries anytime that you're happy. We'll cry on, cry on. It's like the time flies anytime that you're with me. Well, let it fly on. Yeah, let it fly on. Like something comes up anytime that you want me. Oh, let them hold. It's like the world flies anytime that I get free. You gotta burn, baby, burn. Oh, baby, burn. It's like the whole world flies anytime you get free.
she came all the way from Chicago, even though I know she is expecting a baby. So we please put your hands together.
I now welcome Christiana Gray, who will give us a tribute. She is from the Calvin Christian Academy in South Holland. Please welcome Christiana Gray.
Good afternoon. I am Christiana Gray. I am hyena happy, peacock proud, and elephant elated to be here with you all today. And now I will be reciting for you a poem entitled Being Black in the Workplace by an anonymous author. They take my kindness for weakness. They take my silence for speechless. They consider my uniqueness strange. They call my language slang. They consider my confidence as conceit. They take my mistakes as defeat. They consider my success accidental. They minimize my intelligence to potential. My questions mean I'm unaware. Any advancement is somehow unfair. Any praise is preferential treatment. To voice concern is discontentment. If I stand up for myself, I'm too defensive. If I don't trust them, I'm too apprehensive. I'm defiant if I separate, yet I'm fake if I assimilate. So constantly, I am faced with workplace hate. My character is constantly under attack. Pride for my race makes me too black. Yet, I can only be me. And who am I, you might ask? I am Congressman Danny Davis.
By none other than Dr. Vijay Prabhakar. Round of applause for Dr. Vijay Prabhakar to put all of this together. Supported by his supporting team of Sri Guru Swami on my right and Ms. Sita Bala on my left. Give them a round of applause for the work that they do behind the scenes. It's astronomical to work under the leadership of Dr. Vijay is not easy. I'm sure everybody knows that. But this is a great award. This is an award for few selected, curated list of 20 women of excellence, women of substance, and women that have achieved and donated back to the society. We have women from different walks of life, from technology, politics, social services, and healthcare. For all those women who would be recognized here today, please give them a round of applause for all the work they have done. And more that they will continue to do. With that being said, I would like to give the stage back to Sri Guru Swami. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much, Neil.
Thank you, Mr. Neil Court, for that introduction. I'm just going to give a quick glimpse of Dr. Vijay Prabhakar. He is an internationally renowned public health professional with pioneering accomplishments, and he was the first Asian and colored person to receive the U.S. Public Health Service highest award during the U.S. President Bill Clinton's regime. And he is a high energy leader. He can think, execute, walk, talk. I'm not even sure how to explain it. As he rightly pointed out, it's very difficult to work under his leadership because he can think and execute at the same time, all by himself, trust me. He, as I said, effectively, he communicates a vision and relentlessly works to achieve whatever, vision he sets for himself. And he's a creative master strategist, powerful public speaker, and an impressive, formidable writer who excels in innovation and insightful political acumen. Welcome to Dr. Vijay Prabhakar.
Thank you so much, Sita Bala. And greetings to all of you. I just want to congratulate each and every one of you. And we had Mr. Naren Patel, the CEO of Medstar, who just walked in, who conceived this idea based on Congressman Danny K. Davis, who initiated this honoring the women 11 years ago in 2011. And he's been faithfully doing it. He's the only congressman in the whole country who honors the top 20 women. And the women tributes were going long, and now I think we want to invite Congresswoman Delia Ramirez was here. Could you please come? And she has another engagement to go, but we'll just cut short and have her present. We'll request Congresswoman Delia Ramirez to please walk the red carpet, and we'll start the introduction for her. Will be the first awardee for tonight. She's a person.
Delia Ramirez.
She's a person who cares to dream one and another, cares to lead, cares for courage.
The daughter of working class Guatemalan immigrants, Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, an accomplished legislator, social service director, community leader, and coalition builder, who has dedicated her life and career advocating for working families. In 2018, she was elected as a state representative of the 4th District of House District of Illinois. She co-founded the Illinois House Progressive Caucus and served as an assistant majority leader. In 2022, Ramirez was elected to the United States House of Representatives in Illinois, 3rd Congressional District. We present Congresswoman Delia Ramirez.
Hold on. Take a picture. Take a picture first. Hello. Can you take a picture, please?
I'm very sorry that I have to leave so early, but I want to say thank you to Congressman Danny Davis. I want to also thank everyone from the Indian American Business Coalition that put this together, that recognizes women from all walks of life. We're incredibly grateful. You're always welcome to come visit me in Washington, D.C., and I'm really honored to have someone like Congressman Danny Davis, who I get to learn from as I also build my legislative agenda there. So thank you so much for your leadership and for your love and support of all our women. Thank you.
She's the first Hispanic congresswoman from the state of Illinois. Please welcome the one and only Delia Ramirez. Thank you so much. She had to rush to another event. She was promptly here at 5:30, and we'll request the congressman to say a brief bite before she goes.
Only that she's not only the first Latina lady congressman from Illinois, but in the whole Midwestern part of the United States. But she also comes with outstanding credentials. After having served in the Illinois General Assembly and as an outstanding community leader. So all of us in Congress, especially the Democrats, we try not to be too partisan, but we're always excited to have an outstanding member join us, which makes Illinois the best delegation in the United States of America. Thank you so very much. We look forward to working with you, and I am delighted to present to you this award of recognition.
Thank you, Congressman. I'd just like to continue on. Thank you. Give it up one more time for Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. Thank you so much for coming. All we want to say is we are here to honor all of you. We'll request Naren Patel, who's just arrived, to say a few words on the occasion, and then we'll give it back to the MCs. Mr. Naren Patel, as you know, Sita will introduce him, I guess.
Yes. Naren Patel, our host tonight, and the CEO of Medstar. He is also the Illinois chapter president of Indian American Business Council, and he's a national chairman of the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition. He is the only minority certified comprehensive clinical laboratory in the Midwest with its crown jewel in soft landing toxicology testing division of Medstar. Medstar services over 800 healthcare institutions, and then it employs over 300 workers, and 80% of them are women. And it's appropriate that he's hosting this event tonight. We now request Mr. Naren Patel to say a few words.
Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. Congratulations to all the women of excellence. This is the third time we've been doing this event, and we're very honored to have you all here tonight. So congratulations, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Naren. It's my honor now to introduce the living legend, Danny K. Davis of the 7th Congressional District. Please welcome.
Well, thank you all. This is the second time this evening that I have been absolutely floored. First, a young lady comes up and gives a poem. And many people who know me know that I just love poetry because it ignites the soul. It's the true essence of creativity. And poets put into just a few words what it often will take a prose writer 5 or 6 pages to convey. And she just wiped me out. Let's give her another round of applause. Then to live as a legend, I don't know how you do that. I really don't. But let me just thank all of you for being here this evening and being a part of this tremendous celebration. You know, America is a creative experiment. Who would have thought? We often talk about the melting pot. We often talk about coming together. We often talk of out of many, one. And it's the hope. It's the dream. It's what our forefathers stated when they went into the room. Of course, there were no women there. We have to teach true history. There were no women there. And they didn't even mean all men. They said, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. But they didn't quite mean that. They meant the men that they thought had the knowledge, the resources, the experiences, and the understanding to create a nation. Matter of fact, women didn't get the right to vote in this country until about 100 years ago. And that came only after tremendous struggle. Something called woman's suffrage, where women decided that we're going to be recognized and created and treated as the women that the good Lord designed for us to be. And so, as a result of the creative thinking of Dr. B.J. Prabhakar and others, here we are, right here this evening in Hillside, Illinois, out of the generosity of the willingness of the Patel family, Neil Patel and his company, to say, come with open arms. You are welcome to make use of our facility. And so we thank you, sir. And now to assemble 20 of the most outstanding women in the world.
All right.
We should have had 2,000, but we just didn't have a space big enough. That's the only reason we had to limit it to 20, because there are thousands and thousands of outstanding women in our country who contribute significantly to its well-being each and every day of their lives. So to take a little time out to bring to the forefront 20 of those who in every way that you can imagine have helped make America what America is. We have not reached the perfection that we hope to become, but I can tell you we are well on our way. And all of you who are here this evening are contributors to that movement and to that effort. Physicians, nurses, corporate executives, elected officials like Senator Castro, elected officials like Delia just left. All of us combined together in a spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood. And that's what makes the evening so important to me. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and you're going to meet and hear about some of the most outstanding women in the United States of America are in place throughout the world. So we are ready.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your beautiful work.
May I request Dr. Shriram Shetty to present a floral bouquet to Congress card, which has a number BC 52121.
Hello.
To kindly pull it out because it's blocking the driveway.
No, the Congresswoman has to leave.
The Congressman has to leave, and I think this particular car is blocking. Could you please, the card, the number is BZ 52121.
I don't feel worthy, actually, of the distinction, but I will accept it with a lot of gratitude. I know that I stand on many shoulders, because many people came before me to really pave the way. I know that I'm the first Asian American woman and first Chinese American anything to serve on the City Council of Chicago. Thank you. I'm also the first woman to serve as the representative for the 11th Ward of the City of Chicago, which is also in and of itself kind of crazy. But good, I think very good. Because the 11th Ward is the first Asian majority ward. And with that, we're learning from all of those that came before us with this first opportunity to elect a representative from our own community. I'm thrilled and excited for all of the support that I've gotten since day one, especially from Congressman Davis, Sam Ma, my father, and others that I know are out there rooting for me and for our community to have representation, because we all know, and especially in this room, that representation matters. For all the little girls that see me on the street and say, "Are you Alderman Lee?" And my mind blows when they say, "I learned about you in school." I mean, and that is crazy, but that is what this is all about. Because if they see me, they know that they can be me when they're older. And that's what we need. That's for our future. That's why we do what we do. And thank you for all that you do to recognize all of the women of excellence that are in this room today. Thank you.
One more time. Hello, madam. One more time. Picture, please.
Our next awardee is Dr. Erica Park-Taylor. She is a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist, works at the SAU School of Medicine and St. John's Hospital in Springfield, Illinois. She's a secretary for the Cook County Physicians Association and co-chair of the Governmental Affairs Committee. Engages in political advocacy via the annual Congressional Leadership Conference, lobbying on Capitol Hill annually with physicians from across the nation on issues impacting the delivery of equitable health care to women. Please welcome Dr. Erica Taylor. And I request Mr. Brian Taylor to present her the roles.
Hold on.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored and humbled to receive this award tonight from the Global Eye magazine. I'd like to thank Congressman Danny K. Davis, as well as his lovely assistant, Ms. Nikki Harvey, and my husband Brian for being here tonight. Again, I feel it's so important that young people see individuals from fields that they're interested in, because we can't be what we can't see. Currently, Black physicians make up about 5% of the workforce. Black women make up 2%. So again, it's so important that we start to mentor our young people and then continue to pay that forward. I wouldn't be here without standing on other people's shoulders. So again, thank you so much. I'm blessed and honored to be here.
Ms. Burrito as one of the 2019 Illinois Women in Soccer Awards.
Hello. Madam. Hello. Okay.
Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I would be honored, very honored to be here and have this opportunity to meet you all and be right next to the Congress stage. And I have been on the big stage. I'm not good speech, but I have been there, and it was easy. But being here, it's a little bit kind of like, oh my goodness. But anyway, so thank you, Dr. BJ, for the opportunity to be here with you guys. And I'm very honored at this time and be able to serve the country, be here with many times that we had the opportunity to meet a lot of people at this special moment. And for me, it's very important to meet Dr. BJ and Congressman Davis and all the people working with them. So thank you very much, and again, enjoy the moment with us. Thank you.
Give it up for Dee from Fraser.
Our next awardee is Anu Malhotra. She is a certified yoga meditation teacher, motivational speaker, and Ayurvedic practitioner for the last 20 years. Founder of Mindful Meditation Yoga and not-for-profit organization. Former healthcare executive who has served as a director of United Healthcare, vice president of Aetna US Healthcare, and president of American Physical Rehabilitation Clinic. Mr. Bharat Malhotra will present the rules to her.
Thank you, Sita. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am excited, honored, and humbled to receive this Top 20 Women of Excellence Award. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Vijay Prabhakarji, Chairman of the Global Eye magazine, Sita Bala, Shri Guru Sami, and the entire award jury for giving me this prestigious honor. I'm grateful to IABC, Medstar, and the Global Eye magazine corporations to come together and help us celebrate the constellation of top women leaders of Chicagoland, which also gives push for women to be granted equal and full voice. I like to dedicate this award to my wonderful husband, Bharat Malhotra. And all of my wonderful friends who are here with me today to celebrate this. To my friends, I want to say thank you so much for your unconditional support, for being there in this selfless mission with me, working together to see this great outcome is a wonderful experience, and I feel so content with it. So thank you, God, for bringing such beautiful people and a great mission in my life. I want to thank each and every one of you for marking this beautiful event with your glorious presence. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. For those who are interested in practicing meditation, Anu Malhotra ji conducts classes Mondays 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So please talk to her and get further information if in case you're interested. Thank you.
Now I will be introducing our next awardee, Ms. Ann Smith. Ann Smith is an event coordinator for the Christian Community Church, Naperville, Elowalk's location, where Global High has an office. She's a bridge builder with individual, family, businesses, and cultures and beliefs, planning, and social engagement. She has a high level of work ethic, well-cared response, allows all people, and always ensures people have a great experience at the Elowalk Festival. Please welcome Ann Smith.
Hello, picture time please. Everybody, hello.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm overwhelmed. I'm usually behind the scenes as an event planner and love every bit of that, getting to know everyone that I work with and just creating wonderful social interactions between people. So this is a true honor to be considered part of this 20 Women of Excellence.
Hello. Hello, picture time. Let's go everybody. Stand up.
I'd like to say good evening to everyone who's here. Thank you so much for this honor. I am humbled, as many of the women who come before me have said. As president of the Cook County Physicians Association, I have the honor and the privilege of representing over 100 of minority physicians in the Cook County area. Growing up, and I myself grew up on the south side of Chicago, and I would say that I, as a little girl, dreamed of becoming a physician, but never ever thought that I would have achieved the accolades that I was able to achieve. So I first of all want to thank God for being the head of my life and for always walking with me on this journey. I want to thank all of my family and of course thank Congressman Davis, who has been a strong supporter of all of the things that the Cook County Physician Association does. I am honored again to receive this award to be a woman of excellence, and will continue to mentor and provide resources for young people who come from backgrounds like myself to enter these fields and to become excellent as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hello, madam.
Thank you.
Madam, please. Thank you.
That's all right. He's taking pictures. You should stand.
We have amidst us Dr. Anindita Ghosh, the First Lady of India at Chicago. Dr. Anindita Ghosh holds a doctorate degree from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, in urban services, especially in water supply and sanitation, a critical area for the entire world as they are fundamental for achievement of sustainable development goals. Please welcome Dr. Anindita Ghosh, First Lady of India at Chicago.
I now welcome Mrs. Anindita Ghosh to give us a call to action.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the distinguished guests present on the stage, everyone, my good evening and namaskaram. Thank you. International Women's Day, so something as a woman, as a representative of Indian women, I think I cannot take leave this place vacuum. I need to tell something. International Women's Day is arguably one of the most important celebrations for the society and the community. Today, we recall and celebrate the contribution of women and their achievement. We also remind ourselves that how critical and fundamentally important women's role and contributions are. We know that International Women's Day is celebrated on 8th March every year. It is often said that this is to remember the famous protest by women for equal pay and opportunities and for voting rights in 1909 in New York. Annual celebration on 8th March was institutionalized in the former Soviet Union. With my experience in former Soviet Republic, because we were posted in Tajikistan and Mongolia, so from that experience I can say that Women's Day is a big event in those countries. Such celebration and acknowledgement has contributed to participation of women in social, economic and political activities. As we celebrate Women's Day, it is important to review equal role and rights of women and gender parity. It is not difficult to agree that no country, however advanced in economy, has achieved full gender equality. In parts of advanced world, such as Scandinavian countries, women might have seen the nearest proximity to a gender equal society. At the same time, in many parts of the world and in certain sects and subsects of various communities, gender equality is rather an unknown concept. In some cases around the world, the situation is abysmal. Day in and out, even in economically advanced society, women are discriminated. Disparity is institutionalized, sometimes even not acknowledged. There are revealing reports by global public institutions as well as private concerns on disparities and difficulties faced by women in the workplace. I would invite your attention to an excellent report by McKinsey in 2022 on women in workplace. You can also see the World Economic Forum report of July 2022 on global gender gap. India has its own difficulties. Some of the issues are deeply ingrained in our patriarchal setup. Despite tremendous success of our constitution and our democracy, we have diminishing but lingering problems of killing of girl fetus and neglecting girl child. There has been substantial improvement through initiatives such as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Also, India has made great progress by reserving 1/3 of elected posts at grassroots level democracy in panchayat and urban local governments. Easily, India has the largest number of women elected leaders in the world. while women's participation in higher education, health and engineering profession, civil services, politics, and economically productive activities are increasing, continuation of discrimination and ill treatment of women are greatly reprehensible. Actually, we have a long way to go. Those of us living abroad are mostly fortunate compared to our mothers and sisters in the developing world. Yet in this globalized living, there are problems surrounding marital disputes, disputes on children's custody. Often women got a raw deal in these situations. As a community, we have to address such issues effectively without trying to hide the problems of reality. We look forward to concentrate suggestion and work on such matters. There is a lot we can do to help women artisans in rural and semi-urban India. We can explore what we can do by specifically creation of support infrastructure with targeted beneficiary of women. A large part of my own thesis for doctorate was also on distance traveled by typically women to fetch water for the household on a regular basis. Shouldn't we think what we can do to help increase access to drinking water to every household in India? The theme for International Women's Day, 8th March 2023 is Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. This theme is aligned the 67th session of the Commission on the Status of Women, Innovation and Technological Change and Education in the Digital Age for Achieving Gender Equality and the Empowerment of All Women and Girls. So for that, we must fill all the gaps that create gender-based digital divide. Bringing women and other marginalized groups into technology vastly improves and empowers the innovation ecosystem. Their on-inclusion, by contrast, comes with massive cost. As per UN Women's Gender Snapshot 2022 report, women's exclusion from the digital world has taken away $1 trillion from the gross domestic product of countries in the last decade. Reversing this trend is important. Also, we must address the menace of online violence against women. A study of 51 countries revealed 38% of women had personally experienced online violence or offense. Digital world must be safe for women and children. Ladies and gentlemen, the scale and speed of change in India is not fully appreciated by all, even within India. Today, we are world's highest per capita mobile data consumer. Every second, 3 new persons, including women, and 2 out of 3 from villages are getting first-time access to the internet. As the world's fastest growing major economy, we are 5th largest in dollar terms and 3rd largest in purchasing power parity of GDP. By predictions, we will overtake some part of the developed world by size of our GDP measured in dollar. In 10 years, Indian economy will add nearly 20% of global growth and create additional demands for goods and services for at least $3.5 trillion worth annually by 2032. There is change everywhere in the world's youngest and fastest growing major country. It is unprecedented in the scale of digitalization, addition to green energy, new development program delivery. In 2021, India added a new unicorn every 9th day. In all these, what are the roles and place of women? Half of India's youth are women, and if you don't know, half of India's population is less than 25 years old. with average age of 29 years for India. There is an unprecedented determination, aspiration, hope, and the grit to work hard for the youth, including all the sisters in India. Can we meet their requirement to fulfill their dreams and aspirations? Can we make our education and health services at all levels equally accessible by the girls? Even today, vast majority of the middle and high school and colleges in India do not have minimum sanitation for girl students. We do not realize such basic necessities can severely bottleneck all the opportunities and promises that today's India offer to the world. Serious problem of malnutrition of women, particularly pregnant women, and for new mothers continues in pockets of Indian society all over its geography. Number of deaths during childbirth and infant death rates with bias against girl infants are not acceptable anymore. Some of these problems are global and even not unknown is in the affluent societies like these. We need to think and act on all of this if we aspire women to be equal stakeholder in the society's progress and better standard of living in developing countries like India. I call upon you for your thought and action. Thank you so much.
Madam, just hold on. Can you put the mic?
Thank you very much, Dr. Hillside Ghosh, First Lady of India at Chicago, for taking the time to be with us this evening. I request Dr. Sharada to give her the flower bouquet.
And ladies and gentlemen, while we are getting the photograph, let me just tell you, in political and diplomatic circles, being addressed by the First Lady of the largest democracy in the world is a big deal. Dr. DJ, I mean, it is a big deal among the people that I run with and hang around with, presidents of the United States and stuff like that. So let's stand and give her a wonderful thank you and elevation for being with us. Thank you.
We have a special memento for the First Lady of India. And this memento, ma'am, has been made by an 82-year-old senior doll, and it's an African-American senior from city of Chicago, especially for you, Dr. Naren Ghosh. It's a handiwork of hers. So the precious memento for Chicago with love to you. From all of us here, all the women and the Chicagoland seniors. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Vijay. Picture time, please. Hello, madam. Everybody, please come. Hello, everybody, please. Dr. Vijay. Madam.
This was an inspiration from Madam Veera Davis. And she is the one who wanted to give some part of the African women culture, the history month, to take with Dr. Naren. Thank you so much. Back to the MC.
Thank you, Madam, for your wonderful, meaningful message. And it's so nice to meet you because Ambassador and the First Lady.
They say women hold up half the sky, maybe even more. Women have not received the recognition they deserve because whatever we are today is not because of work of just men, but women as well. So it is so wonderful to see that women are, finally we live in a world where women are receiving the kind of recognition that they deserve, they ought to. So when we stand here, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, men and women especially like Rani Lakshmibai, Gargi. These are two women from Indian history, and then also scientists like Rosalind Franklin, scientists like Rachel sorry, I knew I'll forget this. Silent Summer woman, I forgot her name for a second, but these are the women who change the world for the rest of us. I'm a community activist only because I believe in service to everyone that I can, service to humanity. As Dr. BJP so kindly said, I'm running for neighborhood city council only because I feel that my life work is not yet done. I need to continue to serve. So I thank you. What an honor it is for me to receive this recognition, this award from Congressman Davis. It is indeed an honor, Mrs. Sonti, Dr. BJP, and Dr. Coach. I am so honored and so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and congratulations.
One more time, picture time, please, everybody.
I'm excited to invite our next awardee, Marta Ferrian, an attorney who serves as president of Cape Bohemia Foundation of America, a non-profit organization established to support Ukraine's oldest university that is 400 years old. Received her junior doctorate degree in 1980 from Chicago Kent College of Law and her bachelor's and master's degree from Loyola University, Chicago. She's a chairperson of the Cape Committee of the Chicago Sister Cities International Program in 1996 to 2010. She also served on the board of the Chicago Grand Art Music Festival for 10 years. Put your hands together for Marta Ferrian.
Picture time.
And humbled by being chosen for this award and to be part of a group of extraordinary women. I am honored to be on the same stage with Congressman Davis and with the First Lady of India in Chicago. And I am accepting this award. You know, we've had a joyous time. It's been wonderful. But I need to remind everyone about what's going on in the world. And since I'm from the Ukrainian American community, I accept this award on behalf of all the women in our community and all the women in Ukraine now who are I wanted to share that 20% of the soldiers in the war right now are women. Also, the top person teaching soldiers how to use drones is an engineer who is a woman. And it is the women that are protecting the children and the elderly and the refugees. And I'm very proud in our community of all the women and men that are working so hard to help all the thousands of refugees that have arrived in Chicago. I also would like to say that I feel at home among so many doctors because my grandfather, my father, my son, my nephew, they're all medical doctors. And so the family decided, with everything that's going on, that we better get an attorney in the family to defend them. One more thing, please forgive me for taking too much time. I've known Congress, I had the honor of meeting Congressman Danny Davis already for many times and many years. And I want to thank you, Congressman, for all the support, not only for the Ukrainian American community and now for supporting aid to Ukraine, but also for supporting the communities, supporting equal access for women, men, and people in the Chicago area and in our district. He is a real worker and a champion for all of us in Illinois. And I want to thank you very much for that, Congressman Danny Davis. You are a hero for us.
Hold on.
Thank you, everyone. Sometimes the races in our lives can determine our pace. And I thank God for the gentleman who walked me to the front. I worked many years in Cabrini Ring as a social worker, and as you know, it's high mobility. And I was faced with a bad car accident, which left me in a wheelchair and walker for 3 years. But you know what? I'm not sad about that because I can still walk. And I give my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ all the praise. But sometimes when we're in situations like this or we're being honored, we forget our friends. And sometimes I want to go to DePaul University and ask for a refund because I've learned more from Congressman Danny Davis. But I thank God for my friends who are here, Dr. Valier, who was at my graduation when I received my graduate degree from DePaul, and Lolita Hansen and Sister Deborah Dunlap. And I thank all of you. Thank you for listening.
Our next awardee is the beautiful Begum Chand Naseem. She is the Vice Chair of the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force. She is the Coalition Commissioner for Human Rights, and she's a Pakistani American woman activist for gender parity and women empowerment. Presenting Begum Chand Naseem.
Hello, 1 minute, please, everybody.
Thank you so much. I'm so humbled to receive this award. Thank you so much, Dr. Vijay, Congressman Danny Davis, and I humble to receive this award. And because my mission was for the children, I want to serve my community children, everyone. I raise all community. I want to raise all community children because they are our power. They are our future. My 2 kids, I raised them as an example. My both kids are going to Harvard School. Same just like I want to raise all, especially mothers, to have to serve your time for your children. Because if you spend the time right now with your children, you will get a big reward, you will get a big blessing, you will see the community's difference. So I want to request all mothers, if you have time, as much as please spend with your children, because the children are our future and our peace of mind, and the good children raise a good community. I'm so humble the meetup community, all of members, they are so dedicated, hard worker, and the unity is the power. So I thank school to all meetup members, all members they are here, and especially Dr. Davis, the President, Congressman Danny Davis. Hi, how are you, sir? And Congressman Krishnamurthy, Amsambal is here, and Dr. Vijay, your team is good, an excellent team and excellent members. Thank you so much.
Please give it up for Begum Chand Naseem. She's from Pakistani American Raja Krishnamurti, who I fondly refer to as a poster boy all over the country. And now he's on China too. And over back to the MCs for the next segment. Thank you all so much.
Welcome to Congressman Raja Krishnamurti. Now we are moving on to a very exciting segment, and I'm also very pleased to welcome a very charming and gorgeous, beautiful Mohita Sukmar, who is Mrs. GSA, India. Please welcome Mohita.
Thank you so much, Shri. Welcome, Dr. Raja Krishnamurti and Danny Davis here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And congratulations to all the women of excellence. I'm absolutely honored to be talking about the Edward and Lily Prabhakar Centenary Awards 2023. The Global Eye magazine premieres worldwide digital publication that reaches 42 million households, including 2 million in Chicagoland, has instituted the Edward and Lily Prabhakar Centenary Awards to commemorate the birth centenary of the parents of our chairman, Dr. VJP. Edward Prabhakar, born on March 1st, 1923, is a distinguished bureaucrat, an IAS officer of Tamil Nadu cadre, an avid sportsman, cricket player for Tamil Nadu in Ranji Trophy, All India Civil Service tennis champion, and a caring humanitarian, served as Chairman Board of Management, YMCA, College of Physical Education, Chennai for more than 20 years. ECP Prabhakar IAS has the honor of being chosen in 1963-64 for the Ford Foundation Fellowship in Madison, Wisconsin in USA, and in 1970 for the Governance and Development Program at University of Sussex in UK. Lily Prabhakar, born on August 22nd, 1923, is fondly remembered as Lady of Love, having established the first home for leprosy patients' children in 1968 in the World Children's Home of Hope, now located in Maduravoyal, Chennai. Lily Prabhakar was also honored by India's Prime Minister Shastri in 1964 for collecting the highest amount of contributions for National Defence Fund as the wife of Collector of Madurai. The Global Eye magazine will honor 100 persons from different walks of lives, different nations, different ethnicities and ages throughout the birth centenary year being observed from March 1st, 2023 to August 22nd, 2024. I'd like to invite Raja Krishnamurti and Congressman Danny Davis to give away the awards. I will be announcing them soon. So the Edward and Lily Prabhakar Centenary Awardees. The very first one is U.S. Kids for Water, Hoffman Estates, Illinois. First one we have Samson's Arzomanian dentist. U.S. for Kids, Dr. Hoffman Estates, Illinois.
Can you, Dr. Vijay?
Rita, why don't you announce what you're saying to Congressman announce?
Okay.
They teach kids all over the world, and I think specifically they started with India, where these kids, some of the kids, they don't even have an access to be able to go to school. So they teach them from the alphabets and then get them to a stage where they can actually attend school and they become literate. And the parents are so grateful, and I've actually been, I should say, I've had the honor of teaching some of the kids. And I think so did Shri, so it's a very enriching experience. Would you like to say something?
One more time, please. Hello, picture.
Yeah, so hi everyone, my name is Aryan Kunjir. I'm a senior at Conan High School, and I'm 18 years old. So some of the things here that we do at Youth Kids for Water is first our spoken English program, which she just mentioned earlier. So in our spoken English program, what we do is So in our spoken English program, what we like to do is we meet with children all across India, especially from rural villages, and we teach them spoken English. Some of the students that we teach range from 4th graders all the way up to adults. And I'm so happy to announce that we have reached over 1,000 students. Yeah, and the second thing that we just started this summer actually is our U.S. Kids for Water Career Awareness Program. So in this program, we like to educate those in India about potential career tracks for them. A lot of kids in India, like my dad, for example, didn't know a lot of career opportunities. So for example, my dad, the only thing that he knew was to become a teacher, enlist in the military, or to become a farmer. So with our new website, what we plan on doing is to pair these students up with industrial experts in the industry and to help educate them about the potential career tracks that are available. And through that, I hope that we can reach as many kids as possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Our next awardee is Samson Arzomanian dentist, Iran.
Please welcome 97-year-old Samson Arzomanian. He's a dentist all the way from Iran. It's a special day. I'm sure my dad and mom will be so happy. We have youngsters and we have
Excuse me, sir. Can you... Hello, can we get this kid, please? Hello, can we... The picture time, sir.
Yeah, I'm just introducing Samson Arzomanian. He is from Iran and he is a dentist, and he is the first dentist of that province of Iran from 19, and he served that state for about 45 years. Famous dentist and very generous person of that city. All the poor people who couldn't pay for their dentures and for their dentistry problems, he served them all. And he was such a person that he was going on Sundays to the road. Everyone was just pulling him, come on doctor, take a cup of tea with us, take it like this. And still now, many people are calling from Iran that we owe you money. How can we pay you?
Ask them to donate to the Rajappa Congress or Citizens for Davis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, one more time, picture time, please, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello.
Our next.
Dr. Vijay, this is important, please. Thank you.
Right. Our next, I'd like to invite our next awardee, Dr. Twin Green, CEO, the Link and Option Center.
Love is 82 years young, and she's still working as a executive director of New Hope Community Services. From 64 Sheridan and Devon, she takes the bus to be on 67th and Halstead every day at 7 in the morning. The mother love. She's been working with New Hope for the last 30 years. Before that, she was with the Chicago Police Department and retired as a sergeant.
I am just honored to be here. I thank God for Dr. Vijay and his family and all of my Indian community. I just thank God. I worked with Chicago Police Department for 9 years. I had a heart attack. This will be my 10th honorable mention. I got 7 from the Chicago Police Department for breaking up fights and starting them. But I thank God for that. And also I thank God for Dr. Vijay. I run his clinics throughout the world. Whenever he says he has to go out to India, whatever he has to do, I'm his bodyguard, invisible, and keep him in our prayers. I thank God for Dr. VJ. I thank God for his family, because they are my family. The Indian family has become my family. I thank God for Chicago Police Department. Also, I thank God I have 6 honorable mentions coming. Dr. VJ has, in the community, has gave me 10. Dr. Congressman Danny Davis has gave me 3 from the West Side. So I'm racking up at 82. I'm not through. Oh, yes. Oh, for Raja, a congressman. He was not even a congressman, a senator. And I says, Dr. VJ, please, I have to go there. He says, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I says, I gotta go. I need to get him, I need to make sure he gets up to Washington, D.C. And I campaigned with his brother, and I met his brother, and he's a doctor also. And also, we can't ever see you again, but we thank God for you. And we thank God that you made it. And I worked all night. Although Dr. VJ said, you come and go to bed, I worked all night. I thank God for Dr. VJ, because he's just not an ordinary person. He is invisible to most people because he's that way. But you all give Dr. VJ a hand.
What performs for Raja Krishnamurthy in his first congressional election? He was there for 5 weeks.
I'd like to invite our next awardee, Jerome Astikam, Secretary NETEF, Sugar Grove.
Hello, Jerome, please. Look at here.
Jerome Adistam is the Secretary of Congressman's Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force, who worked in the Cook County Hospital for nearly 28 years, and is a very good keyboard player and man of God, and still working and volunteering at the Center for Englewood at the Gandhi King Center for Non-Violence. Jerome Adistam.
Thank you. I take this award as one of the most important awards. If I recollect, 1958, Dr. V.J. Prabhakar's father and my father, by being a pastor, and he used to attend our church in 1958. Since then, we are really good friends, and it was a really remarkable, very honorable award that I am receiving today. Thank you.
A quick announcement, the Toyota Camry Y146930, it's blocking someone's car, so could you please help us by taking it out? Camry Y146930. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to invite our next awardee, Dr. Zenobia Sowell, M.A. Governor, Chicago.
Hello. Dr. Zenobia Sowell is a dentist who creates smiles on the Magnificent Smile, and she is also the current National Governor for the American Multi-Ethnic Coalition. Please give it up for Dr. Zenobia Sowell.
Thank you, Dr. VJ and Congressman Davis and Congressman Raja and all the lovely and wonderful people on the stage. I'm just very thankful and honored to receive this award. Whoever is responsible for putting this man on earth. We just thank God for him, for his vision, and for his for bringing us all together. This is just a magnificent occasion, and this is one of many that Dr. VJ is responsible for. So I just thank God for him and for all the work that he's doing with us and for us.
This is not a commercial, but Dr. Sewell is my dentist.
All right, I'd like to invite our next awardee, C.D. Guruswamy, telecommunication engineer, Nokia, Illinois.
Hello. Quickly, let's go.
prototype engineer, design engineer, Aurora.
Hello, doctor, please.
And last but not the least, awardee is Christiana Gray, Calvin Christian Academy, South Holland. Our youngest and the best.
Christina Gray is the one who gave us the tribute earlier, guys. A powerful 11-year-old from South Holland.
Christiana. Hello. Dr. Davis. Please.
No, he's Congressman.
No, hold on. Just please take 1 second. Hello, please, sir.
I want to thank all the people who thought of me for this award. I'm entirely thankful for this, and I want to thank the top 20 Chicagoland Women of Excellence for paving the way for all of these people today. And I am so incredibly thankful for all of them. Thank you.
And now we'll request, please be seated. We'll request the Honorable Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy to say a few words.
Good evening. I am honored to be here, and as I like to say, I'm honored to be any place they can pronounce my name right. I want to observe those 3 rules of public speaking: be short, be sweet, and be gone. 3 points. Can you give a big round of applause to our elected officials here? Congressman Danny Davis, Senator Castro in the back. Anybody else who's an elected official, can you please stand? Can you please rise? Okay, well look, the fact that we are in Congressman Danny K. Davis's district is all you need to know about God's country. That's the 7th district of Illinois, right? Second point, can you give a big round of applause to the awardees again? Aren't they fabulous? I see so many distinguished guests and awardees, and each of their stories is unique, special, and a testament to the power of the human spirit. Because a lot of them overcame adversity. You know, some people have degrees, and then a lot of people go to the University of Adversity. And you get a PhD in living life, and then spreading the gospel and the truth and helping other people. Am I right about that? Third and final point is this. Can you give a big round of applause to VGP, Dr. Vijay Prabhakar and the entire team. So, when I see Global Eye magazine, 3 letters stand out to me. The G, the E, and the M. That's GEM. And would you agree with me that Dr. Prabhakar is one of the gems of our society? Would you agree with me on that?
Hello.
In fact, when you're in trouble, you dial 1-800-VGP. When you dial 1-800-VGP, and some people do it, you know, Dr. Vijay comes to your aid. Yes, he doesn't ask questions. He says, how can I help? And we need people in society who say, how can I help? What can I do? How can I make a difference? And where can I help you the most? And that's VGP. And you know, he's a gentleman, and that's why when I think of VGP, I think of a very gentle person. And so he is that person, and his team is just awesome, aren't they? The whole team. Finally, I just want to say something about Medstar and Naren Patel, Raj Patel, and the room after, the person after whom this room is named, Naren Patel. The Patel family are also very, very kind, good people. And I hope that if you have a chance to thank them, you'll do the same, because they also have given of themselves to make our society a better place. I close, yes, you should give them a round of applause. with my favorite saying, which is, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. And so I'm honored and blessed to be with you here. Just a few short, precious minutes of your time to celebrate you, to celebrate VGP, to celebrate Congressman Danny K. Davis, to celebrate the awardees, and to celebrate how together we are going to make America, along with Suresh Bodhibhai. Thank you so much. And God bless.
Hello. Can we have one group picture, please? Congressman, please.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy. We're really honored to have you here. I know you have a busy day, and thank you for stopping by. We will now proceed with our next awardee, and we have Dr. Sunila Harsoor.
Excuse me, hold on.
Medical Director of Pain Clinic at IABC Hospital, Illinois. She graduated from Bangalore Medical College in India, and currently she is the chairperson of the Indian American Medical Association Charitable Foundation that serves thousands of underserved patients free, irrespective of their race, caste, or ethnicity. Please welcome Sunila Harsoor.
Hello, madam.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Women's Day for all the beautiful women here. I would like to dedicate this wonderful award to all those women who have served for many generations and gone unnoticed. Please give a big hand for all those women who have served and not noticed, but they continue to do without any expectation. I would also like to thank BJP, Shri, Sita Bala, and the Medstar, the Global Eye, as well as IABC, and of course, the wisest Danny Davis, our congressman. And today I would like to say that I believe that we are who we think we are, how we act, and who we sit with. I'm humbled and honored to be with all of you today. And I also would like to say that as chairperson of IMACF, just like how Indian is in this name here, but we are all ethnicity represented here. Indian American Medical Association Charitable Foundation serves thousands of people from all walks of life. We provide free medical care, more than 4,000 people, and they're not just Indians. Everybody in Chicago can walk in through there. Thank you for giving this opportunity and this honor, and I'm humbled. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I request the owner of Camry, Tonya Winston.
Hello, doctor. Hello, everybody.
To God be the glory for the things He has done for me. I remember when I lost my grandmother, May 29, 2015. I found in her sewing kit, after I said I wanted something that was near and dear to her heart, I found a report card of mine dated for the year of 1973 to 1974. On the back of the report card, the teacher wrote, Tanya needs to just mind her own business and stop trying to help everyone else. So at 5 years of age, my call and the calling of serving people and being of service was bestowed upon me by my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I stand today to represent the underserved, the population that many don't want to open their doors to and don't even want to have a conversation with. Those are the people that are near and dear to my heart. I stand here next to two great men, my husband to my right, but the Honorable Congressman Danny K. Davis, who for the last 4 years I have been allowed to grace his presence and his spirit of serving and being a service. So I stand here to say thank you for the recognition and thank you for the honor. I truly don't feel that I am worthy of it, but I will stand and accept it. As I continue to live and as I continue to strive, being a service to people is what God has called me to do, and I have answered his call. Thank you.
Doctor, please. Mr. Congressman, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Winston. Our next awardee is Senator Cristina Castro. State Senator Cristina Castro represents the 22nd district, which includes 11 different communities located within Cook and Kane County. Senator Castro is the majority caucus whip for the 103rd General Assembly. She is a member of the Latino caucus and also serves on the Appropriations, Energy, Public Utilities, Insurance, Labor, and Revenue Committees. She is the first person in her family to earn a bachelor's degree in science and a master's of business administration from Northern Illinois University. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody, please.
Senator Castro.
Hello. Picture time, please. Picture time. Picture time.
Well, first off, thank you, everyone. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, IABC. Thank you, Congressman. Congressman Davis and I serve on the Democratic Party of Illinois, so this is a tremendous honor. Thank you for welcoming us to your congressional district. But most of all, I feel humbled by seeing all these amazing women of color being recognized and honored today. And I feel humbled by seeing many of the work that all of you have done. It's parallel to what I do in the General Assembly. So thank you very, very much. And this is a great opportunity for us to mentor others and to show others and the success of others in different industries all across our great state. But thank you again, Congressman. It's truly an honor.
Our next awardee is Lillian Stephen Envia.
First of all, I want to say thank God for this day. God bless you all. And I think
Closer, please.
I'm sorry. I thank you, Congressman Danny Davis, for this award, and I thank IABC USA and Dr. BJ for organizing all this event for us, honor women of excellency. I'm sorry. And I would like to thank Dr. Ronnie Yusufi for nominating me for the Women's Award of the day. And we are looking at technology, the very thing we use every day, and its impact on gender equality. Groups in technology results in more creative solutions and has greater potential for that meets women's needs. The gender represents approach in technology and detailed education can increase the awareness of women, girls regarding their rights and civic engagements, and that empower for women. Thank you so much.
Just 1 minute. Sorry, picture time. Sri, go closer, please.
Thank you. Overwhelmed, very overwhelmed. But I like to thank you, Shri Guru Swami, for the wonderful introductions. Thank you, Doc, for giving me this opportunity. I honor, and thank you, Congressman David Dennis. And I don't want to, I will be sweet and short. I'm already talking. And ladies and gentlemen, this made me even taller. So thank you all. I love you all. Thank you.
Our next awardee is Ramona Ures, a community activist, health equity advocate, businesswoman, pharmacist, and metastatic breast cancer patient. Please put your hands together. Head of Patient Engagement and Insight, Center for Health Equity and Patient Affairs, HEPA, at Takeda Pharmaceuticals. A licensed clinical pharmacist, an accomplished leader with 20+ years of experience in advancing positive patient outcomes and equity within healthcare. Ramona Ures.
Good evening, everyone. Let me start by saying Happy Women's History Month and remind all of us in the room that we wouldn't be here without a woman bringing us in the room, right? But let me say thank you to Congressman Danny K. Davis for this honor. Thank you, Dr. BJ. You're a force in the community. I have been a pharmacist for almost 20 years. I currently now work within pharma, where I support all points of health equity, because I really truly understand that health equity is a basic human right. And what does health equity mean? That means having access to physicians. That means having access to schools. That means having access to jobs, because all of this is connected. I want to say thank you to Medstar for hosting us tonight, because even something as simple as lab services that we often take for granted, having communities members have access to that, as we saw in a recent pandemic, is key. It's part of the entire ecosystem of health. So I'm very honored to be part of this cohort of beautiful, courageous, talented leaders who are women in this city. But let's join up, let's continue this good work that we're doing, because again, it takes a village. Thank you all.
Ramona,
one more time for Ramona Burns.
Hello, please.
Our last awardee for this evening is Mercy Manuel. She is a junior at Nequa Valley High School in Naperville. She will be representing Team USA in the Boston 2023 National Cup International Competition.
I'm really honored to be the youngest awardee here. I'm really grateful for this award, and I was sitting there listening to all these amazing women, and it's truly inspiring for me, and I hope one day that I will be just as amazing as all of you. I also am part of a mini medical school right now. And my goal in the future is to become a pediatrician and help children. So I just want to thank my dad for everything he's given me. He's truly the best dad ever. And he works so hard every day to provide for my family, and I truly couldn't ask for a better dad. And I also want to thank my mom somewhere. I want to thank my mom. She's always there for me, fixing shopping and always makes me smile and laugh. And I'm just truly grateful for them because they do everything for me.
No.
And yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Picture time. Hold on. Everybody, picture time, please.
Well, we've come to the conclusion, and just before the closing remarks, I'll request my wife, Cynthia Prabhakar, the woman in my life, who has made everything happen for me all these years of 38 years of marriage. And she will now present the Medstar Red Rose to the 6 members who made this happen tonight, along with Congressman Davis. The first Medstar Red Rose will go to our MC, Sri Kutsami. Please give it a Our next Medstar Red Rose for the wonderful work is our MC, Sita Bala. Yes, next for Ms. Ali Dhanraj, who was working with us last night and the previous night in setting up this beautiful place. Ali Dhanraj is our AMEC commissioner, and she was getting the awards out. You get 2 roses, I guess. And next, Medstar Red Rose is Mohita Sukumar, Mrs. GSA Global Eye USA 2022. Please welcome Mrs. Mohita Sukumar. Then we have Mr. Subhash George, the gentleman who greeted you. He is the man behind all the women here in the room tonight. Along with us, please welcome Subhash George. He is a trustee of the village of Oswego too. Subhash George. And we also have, the last but not the least, Mr. Naveen Karna, who provided all the acoustics, the Chief Information Officer of Global Eye Magazine. And we request all the Red Rose winners to come up here. Please get a picture with Congressman Danny Davis right now. Please come. Ali Dhanraj, please come up. You like to be called often onto the stage. Please walk it. And we'd also like Congressman Davis to present 2 roses. One is to Mrs. Nikoma Palmer, the founder CEO of In Her Own Resources, in his own resources, one of the biggest not-for-profits in Chicago and Cook County. And the final Medstar Red Rose to the lady phenomenon, Dr. Sharda Sonti, who has published over 27 books and holds 3 PhDs. As a final tribute, we'll request Ms. Nama Sutra, who's in the room. She's going to give us a special poetic tribute to Congressman Danny Davis. Please give up your hand to Nama Sutra. Please run up here. Come on, now's the time. The food is getting cold. Jerome is saying we have plenty Italian, Indian food. Please enjoy it. And then I hand it back to Subhash George. Please welcome Nama Sutra. Nama Sutra. This is a special tribute. We started one with the youngest member, Christina Gray, and this is from Sutra, who's a lovely.
Dark sense. I have here. I want to talk about the women. You know, you think we just come out here looking gorgeous like this? No, it takes a whole lot. A whole lot. And I just want to thank each and every one of you, okay? I want you to know what we go through, okay? And I just want to tell you, you're a warrior. I got an opportunity to play an Iska the other day. This is how I met Doctor. And an Iska is from The Woman King. If anyone ever seen that movie, yes. I got a chance to meet these women here, beautiful mama over there. And I just wanted to go in and tell you, you are a warrior. A woman on purpose is a warrior. She is strong, yet gentle. She is a leader, yet she will follow her innate wisdom. And she will remember she wears glasses. She is fearless, yet she is afraid of doing nothing. She is a fighter, yet she will only use peace. She is a soldier, yet she will not kill. She will go into combat, but only to heal. She will face devastation, but only to rebuild. She will face sacrifice, but only to restore the spirit of others. She is brave beyond measures, but knows and feels more than most pain. She is skillful, yet she is graceful. She has developed tact through empathy. Her broken heart has made her sensitive beyond measures. Her scars are born with pride, and her ability far exceeds even her own expectations. She faces the enemy with pride, compassion, and kindness, her artillery. She puts on the armor of love, which is impermeable. She arms herself with the abundance, and that nature provides her. She has the spirit of a champion, the soul of a queen. She is a warrior. She will fight the war of inequity and freedom through resolution and not revolution. She is within you. She is within all of us. She is a warrior. She is our future. She is emerging. She is confident. And she is graceful. She is powerful. She is passionate. It is time to stop the pain. It is time to join the resolution. It is time to join the global rise of feminine leadership. We all are a woman on purpose.
Come on.
Thank you, Namasutra ji. You want to say how you got your name?
Yes, actually, a teacher of mine, who his name is Bagwanra Africa, he actually met me, and I had been doing all this work, and he gave me this name, Namasutra. Nam is a Sanskrit language. Nam means the word of God. Sutra are the strings that pull people to the word of God.
Hello. Picture time. Hello, everybody.
Good evening, Chicago. I don't want to stay between you and the food, but
1 minute.
Again, a big round of applause to everyone in this room. And thank you, Congressman Danny Davis, for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. Give a big support to all this good work this mastermind Dr. VGP has created in the Chicago area. So once again, big round of applause for everyone in this room, because the roses would have not looked better if it was not for these beautiful ladies in this room today. So once again, a big round of applause.
What other honor we can ask for? The lady, the power, the enigma, and everything to bring all of us here. Let's give it away to Cynthia Prabhakar. And we love you for everything. And this is for you.
Shazadji, thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate that. Thank you for all of you. Please enjoy it.
Truly is lady Phenomena here. Cynthia Prabhakar.
Happy! Happy. 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 Thank you.